All right, we are going to get started with today's math lesson. We're actually going to be on the second part of chapter 8. So the first part of chapter 8, we were working with the coins. This time, we're going to be working with the actual dollar bills. And I think the dollar bills are a little easier because you really don't have to memorize what they look like. You're going to notice the dollar bills have the money amounts already on them. So just like the coins, they're going to have a face on it, either of a president or a very influential person. And they're going to tell you, though, how much they're worth. So we have the $1 bill, a $5 bill, which of course would have a 5 on it, a $10 bill, and then a $20 bill. There are bigger bills than this and some different ones, but for our purpose, these are the 4 that we're going to stick to. Okay? So know that there are some out there, but just like these dollar bills, they're going to tell you how much they're worth. So you're going to know exactly what they're worth because they're going to have it written on the corner of the dollar bill. Just like the coins, these dollar bills have a front side and a back side that you can familiarize yourself with. But you're going to notice that even on the back side, it will tell you how much these bills are worth. Okay? So this is why it's very important that you know those count by numbers. If you can count by ones, you're going to be able to count $1 bills. If you can count by fives, you're going to be able to count your $5 bills. Count by tens, and counting by 20s, we really haven't practiced, but we have practiced our even numbers. So if you can do your even numbers, 2, 4, 6, 8, you can count by 20. You just have to stick a 0 at the end. So we'll do some of those for practice here in a little bit. So we are going to jump right in and do a little practice. Please just follow along with me. You do not need to write any of this down. I will tell you about your assignment when we get to the end of today's lesson. So here is a collection of bills. It says Mr. Harper has these dollar bills. How much money does he have? So just like when I counted my coins, I want to start with the bill that's worth the most. Okay, so I'm going to look. Mr. Harper has a $10 bill, a $10 bill, a 1, a 5, and a 1. So I'm going to start with his tens because they are worth the most out of all these bills that he has. So I'm going to count by tens. 10, 20. And that's all of his $10 bills. Now it looks like his next biggest bill is going to be this $5 bill. So if he's at 20, how much does he have if I add 5? If you said 25, you are correct. So 20 plus 5 more makes 25. And now all we have to do is count by ones because I'm left with $1 bills. So 25, 1 more makes 26, 1 more makes 27. So Mr. Harper has a total of $27. It's very important that you remember to put your dollar sign when we're working with these bills. So far, we've been working with our cent sign, and you've had to make sure you put your cent sign. And this is why. If you just said 27, they don't know if you've counted up $27 or 27 cents, which are 2 very different answers. So let's look at another collection of bills here. Mrs. Hobson has these dollar bills. How much money does she have? So I'm going to, again, look at the values that it says on my bills. So she has a $5 bill, a $10 bill, a $20 bill, another 5, and another 5. So I heard 20. I know that's the bill that's the biggest that we're going to have. So I'm going to start with it. Miss Hobson has $20. Now, she doesn't have any other 20s, so I'm going to jump down to the next bill, which would be the $10 bill. So if she has 20 and we add 10 to it, where would we be? Said 30, you're correct. Now, the rest of Miss Hobson's bills have a 5 on them. So that means they are a $5 bill. So if I'm at 30 and I want to start counting by 5s, help me out. 30, 5 more makes 35. 5 more makes 40. 5 more makes 45. So Mrs. Hobson has a total of $45. Again, make sure you get that dollar sign on your money amount so that you know you have $45 and not 45 cents. All right, let's take a look at another collection. We have Mrs. Riggins now having this collection of bills. How much money does she have? So let's take a look. I see a 5, a 20, a 10, a 1, and a 1. So again, I want to start with the bill that's worth the most. So it's going to be that $20 bill. Mrs. Riggins didn't have any other 20s, so we're going to skip to the 10. 20 plus 10 makes 30. No more $10 bills, so I'm going to go to the 5. So I'm at 30 plus 5 more would make 35. And now I'm going to add in my $1 bills. 36, 37. So Miss Riggins has $37 for her total. Again, make sure you get that dollar sign on there so we know you counted a collection of bills, not coins. Two very different answers. All right. One more like this. Mrs. Hunter has these dollar bills. How much money does she have? So again, I'm going to look on my bills and see exactly what bill I have. I have a 20, a 1, a 1, a 20, and a 10. So I heard 2 20s, so I'm going to count those first. 20. Now, Miss Hunter said if I can count my even numbers, I can do this. So 2, 4, right? So this is actually $40. So 20, 40. My next biggest bill was this 10. If I'm at 40, I add 10 to it. I get to 50. Now I'm going to count my ones for my leftover bills. 50, 51, 52. So Mrs. Hunter has a total of $52. Right? So you're going to be given an assignment in just a little bit that has collections of bills like this where you're going to be counting. Now you're also going to have some problems where you have to do a little more thinking. So let's look at a couple examples. Mrs. Nunn has one $20 bill, 2 $5 bills, and 3 $1 bills. How much money does she have? So I don't have the picture here, so I'm going to make my own. Okay? So one $20 bill. So just like when we draw the coins, I'm just going to put a rectangle for my bill, and I'm just going to put the number 20 in it. That lets me know that this is worth $20. I'm not going to try to draw the faces. I'm just going to have my bill here. 2 $5 bills. So let's draw those. There's my rectangle, and I want to put a 5 in them, so I know they're $5. And 3 $1 bills. All right, 1, 2, 3. Now I need to count my money to see how much money does Mrs. Nunn have. So again, $20 to start. Add on 5, 25. Add on another 5, 30. Add on 1, 31. Add on another 1, 32. Add on another 1, 33. So it looks like Mrs. Nunn has a total of $33. Don't forget that dollar sign, okay? All right, and one more example to look at here. Mrs. Lemaster has 2 $10 bills, 3 $5 bills, and 6 $1 bills. Does she have enough to buy a new bike that costs $42? Let's see. First thing I'm going to figure out is how much money does Miss Lemaster have anyways? I really have a 2-step problem here. So let's give it a look. 2 $10 bills. So again, I'm going to draw my bills. Miss Lemaster has 2 10s, 3 5s, 1, 2, 3. and 6 $1 bills. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now this is Miss Lemaster's dollar bills. First thing I'm going to have to do is count it. So here we go. Count by tens. 10, 20. Now I'm going to count by 5. So I left off at 20. So 20 plus 5 more makes 25. 5 more, 30. 5 more, 35. All right, I left off at 35. I'm going to continue to count on, but this time by ones. So 35, 1 more makes 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, and 41. So Miss Lemaster has $41. Now that's not my answer. I've got to go back and look at my question. Does she have enough to buy a new bike that costs $42? So if Miss Lemaster has $41, can she buy a bike that costs $42? My answer is no. Miss Lemaster only has $41. She needs 1 more dollar bill to be able to get to that 42. Right? Okay, so we've walked through several problems here. It is now your assignment time. So if you look down under this video, you are going to see a puzzle piece, and that puzzle piece has your assignment on it. You're going to see pictures of bills that you are going to count up and find the value of, as well as some problems like those last 2 that we just worked. Let your teacher know if you're having any trouble, and good luck.